All right, let's talk about the media portal. This is one of our new core features. This is going to give you the ability to act like an enterprise media company and even monetize your user submissions. So this is just another unique way that our app allows you to monetize and to create that full all-encompassing operating system that all great media companies need and have. So from the dashboard, you're going to head over to the media portal button on the left nav bar, and you're just going to click into that. So this doesn't look like much right now, but this is the operating system for where you can manage all of your user submitted content, tips, events if you do that, user requests, audience requests, and even be able to monetize some of these submissions. Because let's get real, hunting for sponsorship long term all the time is not the easiest thing in the world. And so if you want some more passive income for probably some smaller amounts than you would for a long term sponsorship, but um, you know, it'll allow you to create some monetization in between those long-term contract talks. So what we've set up here is it's very similar to Tallyform or Jotform. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a form, okay? And so these forms will live inside of your management system here, your media portal, and then you also have an inbox. This is where all of the submissions actually show up and where all of user submissions you can handle them and manage them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a completely new form. And what we're going to do today is we're going to create a paywalled form. And so it's super exciting. It's super easy. Just hit create form, and we're going to call this one. Let's call this one Business Boost. Okay. And this is a cool, unique way to maybe monetize your newsletter. And it's not maybe not a weekly or monthly advertisement, but let's just say you have this section in your newsletter and people could pay you $100 for it, one-time fee. And so we're going to keep this form type custom, but we've created some template forms for you for like news tips, submissions, press release, and sponsorship inquiries. So, but for today, we're going to keep it custom. And we're just going to describe the form, boost your business, and our newsletter. And we're going to give them a success message. And we're just going to say, thanks for your business. Then you can put a redirected URL in here too. If you're doing a sponsorship or a business boost or something of that nature, I would redirect them back to like your media kit or your sponsorships page, so they can go and get a feel for like what an actual long-term sponsorship is. And if it's just for user submissions and regular audiences, just put in your website URL here so it directs them back to your content. You're going to want to make sure the toggle is on publicly available so that when you put this form out, anybody could reach your site. Next, we're going to add some fields. So because this is a business boost, we're going to have to collect some information from them so that we can actually reach out. And it's nice too because any link that you put out in Beehive or most email sending platforms will actually track the link, so you can see how many people clicked on it, and you can actually reach out to them for there too. So we're going to do short text, and we're going to go full name, and we're going to put required. And then we're going to put email address, and we're going to make sure we click the email URL, the drop down, and we're going to make that required. And we want their website. So we're going to make that a URL, and we're going to make that required. And then we are going to put company name, and we're going to keep that short text, make that required. And why not? Because we love collecting info and data from people, phone number, and we're going to put that in as number, and we're going to make that optional. It's not going to be required. Next, we're going to put in the description. So what we want here is the description of their business, and we're going to make that long text required, and we're going to give them some helper text. So describe your business and offer in under 500 words. And you can see that there's a preview over here, so you can see how your form is starting to look. And so I'm happy with that so far. We're going to make that required. And then we're also going to gather their let's gather a picture. So we're going to make sure that the file upload is here, and we're going to put business logo or image, make that required, don't allow multiple, and the max file size 10 megabytes, sure. And we're going to allow images, and that's the only type of allowed file we're going to add. So it's starting to look pretty good, but now we're getting to the money. Okay, so you're going to add another field, and this field is going to be payment. Okay, and if you haven't set up your Stripe, you're going to have a call to action here to go and set up your Stripe. It's super easy, like 2 or 3 quick clicks, and your Stripe will be connected, and you'll be able to take in payments directly from this form, which is awesome. And we're just going to put in payment as the label, and we're going to make this a 100, or let's say it's $100 to boost your biz into the newsletter. And you can pick whatever currency you'd like to have the charge in, and that's it. So I'm going to go back up here, take a quick look, make sure you got everything you needed to, make sure everything's spelled right, and then we're going to go to create form. So that form is now created and it's public. You can capture that URL here by hitting copy form link, embed that directly into your business boosted section of your newsletter, or you can put it as a link tree in your Instagram and sell business boosts to your social media. You could put this on a blog. You could put this right on your website, wherever. It's a public URL. You could put this anywhere and start making money. So we want to see what the form actually looks like in public. Just hit preview form here. And there you're going to see that your logo for your publication comes up here, and the form looks nice. Everything is good to go. And as you can see right down here, they cannot submit this form until the link has been completed payment. So we got the link Stripe here, and use this card. So if someone was to fill out this form, all of that stuff would pre-populate. They would put all their information in, and they would use their card, and that payment would go direct to your Stripe, and the payout would be completed by Stripe, as well as the receipt to the recipient, and it would have all of the proper filings and everything that you've set up in your Stripe profile. So once that is completed, and once the request has gone through, you would actually see it show up in here in your inbox. So it would show up as paid in your inbox, how much money it was for. This one failed because it was just a test, so don't worry about that. And then you could come in here, you're sitting down and you're like, all right, sweet, I didn't get enough information from this person, but I did get their phone number and their email and their name. So I'm going to reach out and see if they will, provide me more information, or maybe even come down on a long-term sponsorship. And so it's as easy as that. That is how you can make money from forms, or just collect information from your audience and use it to enhance your media publication. If you have any questions about that, just reach out to us at hello@newsletterbuilder.ai, and happy hunting.